What is up, visualizers? Check it out. I created this reward, these VJ loops on Patreon. In this video I'm going to overview my project and how I could create these loops. These are the rendered loops, one with the lasers that you just saw and malfunction one. A lot of fun, and also you can see a couple of the mixes that are possible with this, and a couple of the different compositions I pulled with cloners. Anyways, did a different tutorial for this, but now we're going to go through an overview here and see how I created it. So I kind of hacked it, right? In Unreal Engine I find myself many times hacking stuff, so I'm going to show you all my secrets. This is Metahuman. So Metahuman of Unreal is quite a beautiful way to create different metahumans. And what I wanted here was to make it really simple. I didn't need all these advanced features. So what I did here is I removed the hair, I removed the eyebrows, the eyelashes. We just want a synth. And then on the body, the proportions doesn't matter. And that's about it. The way I created it was to blend a couple of different metahumans here. And yeah, I just had the metahuman I already had from different project had an elongated head, and it didn't look well inside this circle. So I went in and I created the metahuman that has a more rounded head. And once I had this metahuman, I saved it and loaded it in Unreal Engine. So let's find this metahuman. Is Hannah. So where are you, Hannah? This is Hannah. Let's open it. And let's bring her here. So let's go to viewport. This is Hannah. And what I want to do is to remove the body, remove the flip-flops here, and I also removed some fuzz, some hair on the face, because automatons don't have facial hair, right? So the way let's see, I followed the tutorial. I think it's this one. So in this tutorial, this guy shows how to create a mask that removes the neck, and he also gives here a couple of masking textures here in this link, and I link all these links below this video as well. So let's open, let's close this, and let's see how Hannah is built. She's built with the body, feet, legs, torso, and here the face. So this is the fuzz, which I meant earlier. You just press delete and the fuzz is gone. That's great, but if you'll delete the body, this blueprint will not work as expected with all the rig. And what I did is I just used this method of what I showed in the tutorial, and removed the body and neck. So in each body you can go here, this is the mesh and this is the material. So if you press this here, you get to the material, and let's open this material. We got here an instance, I believe, that is having all kinds of features on, but this material is built on this parent material. So let's double click this one. So this is going one layer deeper, and this one is also built with different material as parent. So let's find Let's double click this one as well. And now we're here at the level of the material itself. So the way to do it is to load the texture. I'm holding T and pressing, and then we have a texture in. The way to change it is the material itself here is to go from pack to masked, and then we connect this into the mask, opacity mask, and now we need to find the texture. So let's go and find the texture. Should be in my project in assets. So we got here the textures. I believe these ones are the ones that I got from the tutorial. Let's find it here. Opacity mask. And let's take this one for instance. Ah no, we are now, we want to eliminate the body, totally eliminate it. So we just need a black mask, and that's what we chose. And you can see that the material has disappeared from here. Let's save it. And now if you go back to HANA, let's wait for a minute. Now if you go back to HANA, the body has disappeared. So we got one stage in, and now we're going to eliminate the neck here. So let's go to the face and do the same trick here, and that is finding this is the material. Let's double click it, and again all of these features are built on this master material somewhere here, and there it is. Double click it, and let's again scroll down until we get to the core. That's the core. So let's now try and do the same trick here. I'm pressing T, left click, and then here let's add this opacity mask. So I got this one. Let's connect it to, no, we need to first turn this material into a masked one, and then plug it to the opacity mask, then save. Let's go back to HANA, right, and now we have her neck almost disappearing. I wanted to go even further, so I edited this mask in Photoshop. I had more black space there, and I managed to remove another part of this mask. The fit are not so important here, but what I did, I have a transparent material. So if you go to my materials here, I got a transparent material that I created, which is just using the same masked technique. We're just having a value of 0 here. Just press 1 and then left click and then plug it to the same place. So what I did is on the chapels here, I just, and if this is selected, you can just go here and then in the material slot and then make it also transparent. That's a little bit, how shall I say, it's a bit dirty, it's a bit of a hack, but we just need the face and we don't care so much about all the rest, and that's how I reached this point. Now that we have HANA's face, we want to make it look more like a synth, and for that we are going to change her her base color. Let's double click it. So we got here all this makeup and stuff, and we got the color here. So instead of having the face, I wanted to put just a white color to have it smooth. So what I did, we can check it on my, let's open it. So this is the one that I used. Let's find this material. So what I did here is I just used a it's just a texture, a white texture, and I wanted to have this kind of a circle thing in the middle of the forehead of the synth. So what I did is because if I just had this, it wouldn't look so well. Let's back up here, eject this camera. So I wanted to put this circle in the forehead, and if you just change the texture, it wouldn't look like it's engraved inside the forehead. So what I did is I used another tutorial. Let's have a look at that. In this tutorial, he shows how to put all kind of scars and stuff on the face. And what it does here, what it did here was to create a normal map that, oh, it's another hack, just fakes the depth of the scar, or in my case, this circle. So the way it does it here is through exporting the color map, exporting the normal, and then altering them inside Photoshop. So that's what I did. I followed this tutorial, and I'll link it as well under this video. And let me show you just how it looks without the normal map. So if I'll go and open, let's open our material again. So we got the normal map here, and this is the normal map I created in Photoshop. You can see that there is this circle here. That was my result at the end, and that's what gives it depth. But let's try and show you how it looks without it. And the way to do it is to, here in the normal intensity, to just lower it to 0. So right now, this is how it look without the normal hack, and this is with it, and maybe we can even exaggerate it. Right, you can see that it looks much more engraved inside, but it's a lie. It's a big lie, but don't tell anyone, right? So that was how I managed to hack my way into making some kind of something on the face that will look good. I think it worked well because it's a kind of a very simple shape, and it's a nice flat area to work on. So that's how this was made. Now let's see how I made the plate that it's on and this circle. So the way I originally made it, let's remove the back plate, let's remove the circle, and let's go to the inactive. Inactive, it's what I used when I just created it. So we got this one, we got the circle, and we got this one. It's another circle, and I use the cylinder as well, and the torus. Okay, so these are a couple of the stuff I used here. Let's see. I used the shape of a torus at the beginning to see how it would look maybe, or and try to put it on her forehead, but it didn't look well. When the face moved, it didn't move together with it, so that's why I did what I just showed you with the normal. So that's not important. What I did is at the beginning I just went to modeling mode here, and I created a cylinder and just use this, remove I tweaked it to have less height. This is how I made the plate, and more slices, and this is how I made the plate. But then I wanted to make this beveled, and also I didn't like the reflections that I had on it, so I changed it to a plate. Let's close this one, cancel. So what I did is I created something more of just the tip of the dome here, because it reflects much better the light and it looks much better. And I wanted to have here a bevel, so I ended up doing this in Cinema 4D. Let's close these for now, and let's turn on the backplate. This is the final backplate that I used. I don't know if you can see here, but we have some beveling here, so it reflects the light much nicer. It's something I guess nobody sees, but I can see. So that's what I did by here. And we got the circle, also the circle also beveled. So you see, maybe now you can see it better, where the light breaks on this bevel, and it's much more real. So that's what I did, and I had this. An issue I had, which I want to tell you about, is at the beginning I used some lights that I already had in the scene. Because I continue each of the project on the last project, I have maybe that's a good time to show you my order of my project here. Instead of making it every time from the beginning, I have this post-process here and some fog, and the sequence is I'm filling it along with the project. The cameras are already here, the lights are here, and the character if I had from the last project, etc. The problem I had was that I already had some light. Maybe it's on the scene lighting. Yeah, I had lighting from a previous project. I'm using a 3-point lighting. You have a backlight. At the back, you have a fill or a key from the right and a fill and a key on the left. And it was kind of boring. I mean, usually it works quite well. Let's go for the scene view from up. Right, so we got Hannah here, and we got one light, and we got the other one. So we can turn this off. And we have also a backlight somewhere here. Where are you? Backlight from above. And above and a little bit in an angle. So I don't know, it didn't work well. It didn't look right. I continued my project, but I didn't know what the problem was. And what I realized is that my lights were not in the right place. I wanted to give to make the lights reflect more on the face. And if we turn off these ones, we can open again the ones I did use, not the inactive ones. but these and these. And let's turn on off this one as well. Okay. So if you can see right now, the light I'm using here rect lights because they create a kind of what's the name for it? Like a box, a light box. So it's a big light and it reflects well on the face. We got one here and we got the other one here. And that's the point where I realized that it does have some chance to look beautiful. So let's say that right now we got the lights, we got the character, we got the background, and what I want to do now is show you the animation. So inside here, every time I open a new sequence, I just drop it here in the sequences. And the one I started with was the lasers because it's the most complicated one. And if I'm nailing this one, the rest one will go quite easy. If I'm not nailing it, if I don't like it, I just don't do it or do something else. So let's see what's up with this sequence here. So this is the sequence. We got some animation of the face. The mouth opens, and then I wanted to make it look like a laser is coming from there. And let's now see what I did here. So first of all, the character is inside an axis, and that's if I'm opening here and adding an actor. So actor is just like a null object in After Effects. Let's zero it out and bring it up. There it is. Okay, so I just placed inside the actor, I call it an axis, and I put my my face inside. It's this one, and then the back plate, and the circle is outside of it because it doesn't move. And when I want, I can just use the axis to move the face up and down. And if you can see here, I have a face at the back, so I'm kind of lying here, but that's how it works. So let's undo these two. That's how this rotates inside an axis I showed you. Let's talk about the laser, and there it is. So the laser is just a another here in the modeling mode. I just created another cylinder, and this cylinder is a very let's just create a cylinder to demonstrate this. So we have a cylinder, we can zero out these and we can play with it. We want it very okay. This is it. This is a laser beam. So that's what I created. Let's cancel it. And then when the face was straight in the middle, right here, I connected it to the axis. And then when the face opens and we get the laser on, that's what happens. Now I also think I added the mouth light here, right? Just to light the mouth up. That was in a later stage. So we got this when we got this, and I just animated the axis here. Let's see what's what. So we got a axis here, and the axis is animating on this area. There's a way to animate the face, and that's what I'm going to show you next. And that's how I made the laser part. So I placed the camera. Let's go back to the selection mode and then try to find my camera. This is my camera. This is a shot I made, and I was happy with it. And I went to do a different shot, and these are all the shots I'm having here. So let's just, for you to see how the face is animating, let's create a new sequence. And inside here, get all the project of the past here, many of them, which is a little bit convoluted, but I got some stuff here that sometimes I use. I don't like to make stuff from the beginning. So that's my folder. Inside the sequences, I'm opening a new sequence. Let's call it toot sequence for now. And once I have this toot sequence, I'm just moving it to sequences and edit. And then let's bring it on here. So if I want to animate it, I'm just taking my character and dropping it here. And here we are. We have a body that we don't need to use, and we have a face. We can turn off the laser for now. So let's animate the face. To animate the face, of course, you guessed it, I watched another tutorial, and this is this tutorial. Kudos to all these giants who made these tutorials that helped me. Links in the description. And the way he does it here is going to the library. Let's see if I remember how to do it. So we got here poses, and then inside Metahuman, yep, inside the Metahumans you got common, and inside common you got another common, believe it or not, and inside there you got the pose library, and then face. Then you got the expressions, and you got versions of these. So let's say I want to add this to my project. Right now you can see that there's no expression on her face, and I think that yeah, you have to so what I did here, I first I keyed the face without any expression. So let's key it, and then we can go to 15 frames, and then we can let's key some kind of expression with the open mouth. I think I use this one, it's possible. Key, and then double click. It keys just the relevant parts. Let's key everything. So right now we have an animation from this to this, and that's how you can animate the faces. And you got this part as well. Just key all of the other expressions, and also you can combine different animations. For instance, if you want to get the eyes to blink, let's you can see here that we can make them close and open. Also keyframing these parts. And that's how I made the mayhem at the end of the different parts of the body move. Asynchronically. It was a very fun sequence to make. So we got this. I showed you how to make the sequence. Let's save everything and close this. You know how to animate the face. And let me show you some other sequences that I created here. So this sequence starts with this expression, and then it moves here to a different expression. So this is 15 frames. It's very fast, and then it continues a little bit. And then on the 60 frame mark, we got another 15 frames to change to a different face expression. And this axis moves, as I showed you, together with this, and the face animation moves, and we got the point light inside the mouth to light it, and we got the eyes are emissive, and the forehead is also emissive. So this is one of the just 4 different expressions and locations for the plate. This was it, and we can go back and see another one. This is the reveals one. So this is how I realized that my lighting isn't right, because what I did here, I placed this light and just rotated it 360 degrees. So we have a rect light here, and let's go back to selection. Just want to show you how it's built. We got the rect light here. Let's eject. No, we're not inside. So what we have here is a rect light that is rotating around the face, and I use the same trick, which is placing here an actor, and then this rect light becomes child of this, and then I am rotating this axis, and it rotates the light around. So this is how I created this reveal clip. Maybe we can see it rendered already in Resolume. That's how it looks when it's rendered. So this was it. And what else? We got 4 expressions here. Let's see this one as well. So every time we have an expression, we have a light coming from the right or left. Let's see the lights. The lights should be here as well. Yeah. So I'm animating here. This light is turning on and off, and then the other one turns on and off. And this is 4 different beats. The faces you already know how I do. And that's quite a simple one. Let's see how it looks when it's rendered, because it was a lot of fun. Okay. That's how this was made. And we got the reveals, too I didn't use it, the expressions, and then we got the mayhem. The mayhem is on. There is a trick here to let's see the laser, right? Now I'm turning it on manually, but every time you want to have some objects in your scene that are not that you don't want to have in different sequences, what you do is add and then we got static component actor hidden in game. So if I wouldn't want this laser here, I would have this and then turn off its visibility. So right now we have the laser, and if I turn it off here, it's off. And that's how I can have the laser every time on in my scene, and then in each sequence that I don't need it, I just add it here and then hide it with this trick of actor hidden game. Let's talk about this sequence here. What I did is I did some crazy stuff, right? The eyes are blinking, this one is rotating, sometimes it's looking like it's having some problems, and then this was this side, and also sometimes it's even upside down. I did some weird stuff here, and let's see how it looks in. So this was the laser thing. By the way, notice that I used here After Effects having Saber by Video Copilot just on the edges of this object that is looking like a laser. And this is the Mayhem loop. And these are all the loops that I created. So let's talk about emissiveness. Emissive is quite easy to make. So this tutorial will show you how to animate emissive materials in the sequencer. So after you watch this tutorial, notice that in my project I have in each one of the sequences I have here this NPC, and this one is the one that's controlling my my emissiveness power. We got here forehead ring power, so if I wanted to turn off this ring power, you see, and or the outer ring, and or the emissive power of the eyes, and inside the mouth is just a light there. It takes time to make, it takes time to explain, and if you manage to stay until right now, you have some passion for visuals, and I appreciate you. Okay, if you have any questions or comments, or you want to join the Patreon group, this is where people support me, and this is where I give these kind of loops every month, and this is where some people also asked about this tutorial, and I decided that I should invest these couple of hours to record it, to explain about it, and perhaps push the VJing scene a little bit forward. I was STVinMotion. People, go out, create some beautiful stuff, and amaze them in your performances. Booyakasha.